What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Okay, enough of the nonsense. Let's get into the charts. Today we're going to be going over 3 scenarios, and at the end of the video I will still be doing trade possibilities like in every video. Now, starting on the first scenario, which is the most bullish scenario. Not our main scenario in my opinion, but the most bullish. Now, we have a WXY with a finished low made at $49,000. In this Y we have a general ABC with that low as mentioned. Now if we go into the hourly time frame, we can see that impulsive structures are starting to occur to the upside. On this wave 1 purple, we have a contracting leading diagonal, a then 2, 3, 4 and a 5. Now if we go to our education page on the Discord, we can see that this is a contracting ending diagonal, a 5-wave structure up converging towards the top with 3 wave structures in between. As we can see, that occurred over here on our wave 1. Now, the issue I have with this scenario at the moment is this is a double 1 2. We have a 1 2, a 1 2 3 4 5 in that purple third wave, followed by a 4 5 in purple. But the issue is, if we take fib levels at the moment from the low of 1 to the high, this price did not hit even the 382 region, which is the minimum target for a wave 2. So this is extremely rare for price to not hit that 382 level, which is minimum. Now again, in this wave 2 down, we did hit this, but it came quite deep, hitting that 618 and actually a fine wave 2. But this purple wave 2 is an issue at the moment, and that is why it is not our main scenario on the chart. Now I have put out invalidation points on the chart, as wave 1 cannot cross the low of wave 2. So if price moves down touching this, it invalidates this count and the wave 2 would move. But if price hits that $54,000 level, this entire scenario is invalidated. Now, going to the second scenario on the chart, actually sorry, this one, we have an unfinished WXY, a W, X and a Y. In this wave X we have something called an expanding flat, an A up, B down and C to the upside. This means if we go onto our education channel, I can show you what it is. This is an expanding flat where price extends, takes out the low, and then extends past the original high. As you can see, that happened here. We had movement up, movement down, taking out this low, and then movement up. This is actually a running flat, which means it did not take the high. Apologies. Now, we would then have a triangle in the scenario in Y. Inside a triangle, every single move has to be a 3-wave structure. So we have an ABC to the downside, an ABC up, and now we are starting that A, B, and C, still finishing C, ABC and D, and ABC in E, finishing that Y wave, and then blasting off to all-time highs. Now, for the fourth scenario, which is our main scenario on the chart, we have this. An unfinished WXY, WX, and then Y. Inside the wave Y, we have an ABC structure. This ABC structure is a general ABC where price does not take out the high and it extends lower. Now in this C wave, we have another contracting diagonal, as mentioned before in our education channel. So we have this as our wave 1, wave 2 in 3 waves, and this also in 3 waves, as remember every move has to be a 3-wave move. And now we are seeing a wave A to the downside, B up in a WXY, and a C completing that wave A, followed by the BC 454. There we go. So that is our main scenario on the chart. If we go to the 15-minute time frame now, we can see this is playing out right now. We do have a trend line which is not yet passed, but it actually did break this one. If we drew the trend line from here to here, it did break over and now has retested that trend line, but we'll see what price does. But in this move, we then have this as the wave A, this as the wave B in a W, X and a Y, hitting that 1-to-1 target, and it can slightly extend, and then we should get a wave C to the downside, finishing that wave A, followed by a 3-wave structure in B, and then off down again. That is the scenario on the 15-minute time frame, and that completes our main scenario for today. Now for trade possibilities in this price region, on the 4-hourly time frame, I do have a trade. I would wait until this entire structure is finished, taking a trade from the low at the wave 5. That is the trade for the 4-hourly time frame. Then on the 1-hourly time frame, it remains the same. As B waves are involved, I would not take a trade on the 1-hour time frame. Remember, B waves are incredibly unpredictable and difficult to trade, so do not trade B waves in my opinion. Then on the 15-minute time frame, I actually would take a trade shorting from this area at the top that we are currently in. That would mean targeting out that C wave in the wave A. Now, shorting from here would be a good move, as this is an A, possibly a finished B and a C, but a tight stop loss sitting at this high at 62,799. But that's all for Max Trades Crypto today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do join our Discord where we do 3 daily updates every single day and have a full Elliott Wave education channel so that you guys can learn too. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel, and thank you so much for watching. It's been Max Trades Crypto. Cheers, guys.